So guys, welcome to the day 3 of the Advent of Cyber 2. So in this we will be learning about the burp suit intruder functionality. So this is the also web exploitation named Christmas Chaos. So this is about the websites that are using the default credentials. Here we can see the Starbucks website and US Department of Defense has been breached because of the default credentials, like the weak passwords like admin like username and the password, and admin password 123 password etc. So these are other default credentials can also be called as a weak credentials, and these because of these credentials some websites, major websites have been breached. And we can also see by 2017 it was reported that 15% of all IoT devices still use default passwords. IoT devices like CC cameras and TVs and or other etc. IoT devices that contains the admin panel or some type of login. So here we will be using the tool called burp suit. So this is a web proxy, a proxy tool. It will intercept the request, and we can change the request and we can send to the server. So in this we are going to use this intruder functionality. So what this intruder does is it will brute force all the combinations of username and the password. So if you do not understand, I will be showing you in a moment. So this is the IP address, and if you go to this website, you can see this is the website saying the Santa's Ride Tracker. Now we need to log in with the username and the password. So first they have given a login form root admin password user 12345. I think they have given in a random way, so we need to find out which password is the correct. Okay, now let's try for Nikhil and let's say password. So I am giving the username as a Nikhil and the password as a password. So before using this burp suit, you need to set some options. So I have installed this Foxy proxy. So this is the extension. So this you can download it from Firefox store. You can see this is the Foxy proxy. If you click on the options, you can see I have added a new option, that is burp. And what it is saying is whenever I turn this burp option, then this proxy, that is the burp proxy residing on port 8080 on my local host, capture our request, because we are redirecting all our traffic to this Foxy proxy, and this will redirect to our burp suit proxy. Now we can capture here and we can see what how the request is going on. So to see the request is going on, you need to click on this intercept is on. If you don't want to modify the request, you can just simply see the HTTP history tab. So for now I am going to turning on this intercept on. Now let's click on sign in. Now you can see the request. This is the post request. You can see the in the body the username parameter and the password parameter which we have entered in the boxes, Nikhil and password. So now what I am going to do is I can right click on this send to intruder. Now I can just simply turn on this intercept off and it will post the request, and we get the response saying that your username is incorrect. Alright, now click on this intruder. You can see here positions. So these positions are the positions where the intruder tries to brute force. First clear these placeholders. You can call them as a placeholders or markers. So whenever you tell this is going to be changed, like there are some usernames admin, Nikhil, etc. So you need to change this value Nikhil to admin and etc. And after that you need to check every response whether it is failure or a success. So for that we need to specify the placeholders. So let me choose this Nikhil and click on this add dollar, and here the password. So the right combination of these two parameters gives us a success page. So there are some attack type options. So sniper, battering ram. So I'm using this cluster bomb because we are going to define two lists, like two word list, one containing the usernames and another one containing the passwords, because they have given that this may be the username and the password. Username can be root, admin or user, and the password can be root, password or 12345. So we need to find out which combination is the correct one. So there are two payload positions, right? Now you can click on these payloads and choose one or two. So first I am going to add the usernames. If you are using the ProfSuite Pro, you can directly write in a text file and you can add this. Otherwise you need to copy all those usernames and paste it in here. Since this is a demonstration, I am not using any username word list. I am just copying all these usernames, root, admin and user. So let's say first add our username and root, admin and user. So my usernames list has been added. Now we need to change it to payload 2, and now we need to specify the passwords that intruder will try to combine with the usernames, and the passwords are root, password and 12345. So let's say root, password, one two three four five. Let's add another password, say Nikhil. So now my payloads are being set. Now I need to click the start attack. So click on OK. Now you can see the first one, request is 0. This is the actual request that is being sent because Nikhil and the password. You can see the response, it is saying username incorrect, which is this response. Now you need to compare the length of the response, because the failure page will be of some bytes and the login success page will be of another bytes, right? So every failure page will be the same, right? Your username is incorrect and login failure, etc. All those length of this response will be same, and the response of the success page will be different because it contains extra elements like admin panel or some other elements. So now let's click on this request one. If you can see the request here, it's saying Nikhil and root. You can see it tried all the combinations, and if you can see the response, it's saying username incorrect. Now if you scroll down, you can see the request has root, and the response is username incorrect. So in the same way you can compare the lengths, and at one length you get the different length at one request. You can see admin 12345, and if you see the request, it is admin and 12345 and response. So found, it's redirecting to some tracker. Okay, it has 302 redirection. Okay, now to filter all these options, you can just click on this length and it will sort according to this length. You can see all 309 are the failure and 255 is the success. Maybe we don't know whether it's success or not. Let's go ahead and find out admin 12345. I'm turning off the proxy. So let me click on sign in. So we have successfully logged in. This is the response we got after logged in. We can just simply copy this flag and paste it in the answer box. So this is how you use the ProfSuite Intruder to brute force the login credentials. This technique will work only if the admin keeps the weak credentials or like default credentials. Else if admin put the like 20 character or 15 character very strong password, then it takes so much time, and it's very not a waste of time to use this ProfSuite Intruder. So